before I can explain step 3, you guys need to understand some basic thing about economics. If you guys have ever looked at any economics chart, they basically have this graph that is drawn in there, which covers income from labor. Okay, so income from labor or work. I'm just going to say income from work, and then age. Okay, and this is not something fangled. It's common sense. Just you'll understand pretty quickly. And here's what it means. It means that when you first start out, you are young. You're 12, 15, 16. Your income is low. As you grow, your income gets higher, and then there's a peak, and then the income goes down. Okay, and this is basically broken down like this. At this age right here, you have no qualification. You're mowing lawns and babysitting. At this point, you're working at McDonald's and stuff. Maybe you are 18, 19, something like that. At this point, at this peak age, over here, you have your degrees and you have some work experience. So now your income is really going to peak. This is usually considered the age from 35 to 55. And after that, your income starts going down. And the idea is that by the time you get to 55, you try to develop something known as an investment income, which is income from investments. Okay, so income from where you're not working, or passive income. Okay, now this is the exact same model that you just saw play out with DS domination. Okay, here's what you're doing. You first start out, you have no qualifications, you have no understanding, you get pro, you start making money, then you get elite and your income starts growing. Then you get unleashed, now you're double dipping and all that good stuff, and now you're basically maximizing your income. But there has to come a point where you need to have a plan to move from this income where you're working for it, because you're still listing items and you're shipping out the items, not physically shipping, but you're placing the orders on behalf of the customers and you're managing the whole thing. You're basically trading hours for money, to moving on to a stage where primarily your income becomes passive and you're not working for it all the time. Okay, so to make that happen, we tied in a very unique style of an affiliate program within DS domination. Okay, now I'm sure you guys have heard of this. I started by saying you guys know about affiliate programs and stuff, but here is the problem. Majority of those, like I said, 98% of those fail for a very specific reason. And I told you that mathematically I'll prove it to you guys. There are 3 conditions for any affiliate program or any kind of program or network marketing program, MLM program, whatever you might want to call it. There are 3 conditions for it to succeed. And if it doesn't match those 3 conditions, then it's going to fail. Okay, and here is what happens. If you've actually, can I take a quick poll? If you've ever participated in an MLM or a network marketing company or affiliate programs, if you can just say, yes, I have, or I know about them, that way I can actually know that I'm speaking to people who understand that already. Okay, there you go. So a whole lot of people, fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of people have experience with that. Here is what happens, right? Here's what they say. Look, here's you, and then you recruit a couple people, and those couple people go get, this guy gets 3, this guy gets 2, and then this guy will get some, and blah, 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 and you're making all of this money, right? This is what they say. This is you up here. And here is reality, what happens. Mathematically, this guy cannot make money because his only source of income is to recruit others. Mathematically, this man will not make money. Okay, that's just a reality that nobody wants to point out. So this guy will stop making money, will never make money actually, neither will these guys. These people here will make a tiny bit of money, but they will quit because this guy also quit. And basically from bottom up happens this erosion, and eventually you quit as well. Okay, that's typically what happens. Now I know that there are some unique cases where rarely people make money with that, but that's usually what happens. And mathematically, people cannot make money in this model. Okay, that's just a fact. So there are 3 conditions for that not to occur. The first is that your income needs to be residual or passive. That means that you don't have to go out and generate new commissions and new customers all the time, because there are a limited number of customers. You don't have to go out there. If you keep going out there and trying to generate new customers all the time, you're going to basically lose out. Okay, so there has to be a residual or a passive income coming in from that. The second thing that needs to happen is leverage. That means you must be able to earn not just from your own efforts, but also from the efforts of everybody else, and from basically efforts outside of yourself. That's the whole idea of leverage. And the third and the most important is self-sustenance. Now, when I talk about self-sustenance, here's what it means. You see over here, this is not a sustained model. This cannot occur in the real world because this geometric regression. What we're going to do instead is we're going to talk about a standard where this system is entirely sustained by itself. So you don't have to actually experience this loss. And here's what that is. This is called the cost offset model. And this will make a lot of sense the second you guys actually understand it. Here is the customer. Here is you. Okay, you are the affiliate. And here is the company. In this case, the company is DS Domination. Okay. Here is what typically happens, right? You are the customer, you're the affiliate, you go out there, you acquire the customer for the company. The customer pays a certain amount of dollars to the company, and the company then turns it out and pays a certain amount of dollars to you as a commission. Okay, everybody should understand this is very straightforward. But here's the problem. The customer, as you can see, is in a loss because he's just spending money and never gaining money, and that's why these guys will drop out of it. It doesn't matter if it's a juice or a coffee or a pill or whatever they're selling, they're eventually going to drop out of that. So what happens is, in DS Domination's case, the customer is actually generating an income from the drop shipping side, from eBay, Amazon, and things like that. And there's a very simple mathematical statement, which is if the green dollar is greater than the red dollar, then the customer will be retained. Okay, makes sense, right? If the customer is green dollar, which means he's making a net profit, the customer is going to stick around, which means you as an affiliate will continue to make an income for a very long period of time. Okay, and this is exactly the problem with every single other company, because this guy down here and this guy here and this lady here, they're never going to generate any income whatsoever. So they're all going to drop out, and it's going to fall like a pack of cards from bottom up. So here is what happens over here. In DS Domination, you start out at Pro. You start generating an income. You take that income, you move to Elite. Now you have basically established yourself as a business. You're generating a full-time income. And then you move on to becoming an affiliate of DS Domination itself. At this point, if you share DS Domination with somebody, you put on Facebook that you're doing well with eBay and stuff like that, here's what starts happening. Customers start coming in. And the way our commission model works is that we pay 50% commissions on level 1. That means if you were to generate 2 sales, if 2 people heard about DS Domination through your link, then that basically covers your costs for DS Domination. And remember, this happens monthly. So that's going on. But at the same time, I talked about leverage. That's the second condition, right? So 10% commission on level 2. So when those people walk the same path, and remember, we have an 83% success rate. So those people walk the same path, they get Pro, start generating an income, go to Elite, start increasing their income, they become an affiliate, and they do the exact same thing. Now you'll actually get an extra 10% income coming in from there. Then we go to 5% on level 3, 3% on level 4, 2% on level 5, as you can imagine, and then 1% from level 6 through 10. So this is a very deep, very leverageable system for you guys right there. Okay? So what's happening here is you start generating a passive income that's being grown by itself, that's being leveraged and being grown by automatically without you having to put a massive amount of effort into it. Okay? And then it gets a little bit better. Remember, I said the first condition is must be residual. So all of these people are residual. This income you're generating from the monthly subscriptions on Pro. Remember, Pro pays you monthly, Elite pays you monthly, Unleashed pays you one time. All of this income is basically monthly income coming in for you into the future, regardless of whether or not you're doing that drop shipping anymore. And then finally, the point of self-sustenance. And remember what I said about our retention rates. We have a 90% plus retention rate on Elite. So because these people are going to be retained in there, you don't have to go out there and spend all your time regenerating the people that you lost and trying to build up teams that are constantly falling apart and things like that. Okay, so that's in a gist what the affiliate program side of this looks like. Now, this is not a novel idea. Okay, we actually tried this out quite a few months ago. What we did is we did not have a step 3. We did this step 1, step 2, but we didn't have a step 3, so we tied in with a different network marketing company. We said, hey, you know, guys, we understand this idea. Let's try it out. Well, it never happened successfully with them because people would make money with step 1 and 2, and then they would lose money on step 3 because it lacked self-sustenance, and it did not have the proper leverage built in. So in our case, when we built this whole idea out, we said, you know what, we need to build this internally. We need to build an internal affiliate program that actually makes sense and basically fulfills these three conditions, which as of right now, I don't believe there's any other product or company or anything like that on the market that actually fulfills all three of these conditions in this way. Okay, so does anybody have questions about this? I see a lot of this is awesome and thank you guys and stuff like that. I just want to know if there are any more questions.